In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to juggle. Now, juggling is a lovely skill to incorporate into your practice for the reasons being that it can improve your focus, your timing, and the obvious one, your hand-eye coordination. Now, like most things, it's not a bad idea to go back to basics. So to begin, we're just going to start with one ball. Now, all we're going to do here is pass the ball across your body from one hand to the other. This is a nice way to warm up the hands as well as just get a general feel of the weight of the ball. Once we've done this for a bit, we can just practice throwing the ball up with one hand and catching it with the same hand. You can go at different heights. Just kind of getting the eyes and the hand-eye coordination going. Doing this with both dominant and non-dominant hands. Okay, now into a little bit more specific detail of juggling. We are now trying to imagine an invisible target just in front of our forehead, and we're trying to hit that target in front of us as we pass the ball from one hand to the other. Trying to be as consistent with this throw, not just with the dominant hand, but the non-dominant hand as well. Once we're happy with the rhythm and the flow of this, we can move on to two balls. All we're going to do here is pass one ball up in the air and then pass the ball to the opposite hand, and that looks like this. Again, trying to hit that invisible target just in front of our forehead. Once you're happy with this, we can reverse it around where we're throwing with the non-dominant hand first. Okay. Now we're trying to make an X with the line of the ball, and it looks like this. Wakey wakey. Okay, now we're going to try and make an X with the line of the ball, and it looks like this. So there's a split second where there's nothing in either hands. We're releasing with one hand first, and then just slight second later, we release with the other. So we're not throwing at the same time, it's just one after the other. Once you're happy with that, we can try release with the non-dominant hand first. Again, making that X shape. I would say spend time on this. If you can do about maybe 50 reps on either side, that'd be great. We can then progress it to right, left, left, right, alternating which side you release the ball from first. Okay, now we're going to try move on to three balls. To begin, I would say start with two in your dominant hand and just one in your non-dominant hand. All we're going to do is the exact same X pattern and just get a feel of having a second ball in your hand there. Once you're happy with that, we are going to release that second ball just before we catch the one that's incoming. Don't worry about catching it with the non-dominant hand, so that'll look like this. And you can just let that drop. Okay, so we're just focusing on one step at a time. Just let it drop. Once you've done this a few times, you'll start to feel ready to catch that and give it a go. So that would look like this. Okay, once you've made it this far, you've made real progress, and it's just a case of doing the same thing on the non-dominant side, releasing that ball before catching the one that's incoming. Again, don't worry about catching it. If you can, great. And from here, it's basically a case of keeping the cycle going and just adding on and seeing how long you can juggle for. Once you're happy with that, you can try starting with 2 in the non-dominant hand. This might feel a little bit weird, but again, it's the exact same process as you did before. Just let it drop, and then when you're ready, keep adding onto it as well. Okay, so now you can start playing with the height of your juggles as well. If it's quite low, your hands have to be quite quick. If it's a little bit higher, you have more time to react, but you have to be more consistent with the accuracy of the height and the accuracy of your row. Okay, I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.